We live in a world that is constantly talking. Notifications buzz every second, opinions flood our screens, and everyone feels pressured to explain themselves, defend themselves, or prove their worth out loud. Noise has become normal, and silence has become uncomfortable. But what if the very thing we are running from is the thing that makes us powerful? What if silence is not emptiness, but strength? What if silence is not weakness, but control? The truth is, silence holds a kind of power that words can never match, and those who understand it move differently through life. Silence creates authority. Think about the people you respect the most. They don't speak endlessly. They don't rush to respond. When they talk, people listen. Silence gives weight to words. When someone talks too much, their voice becomes background noise. But when someone chooses silence, their presence becomes louder than sound. Silence signals confidence. It says, I know who I am. I don't need validation. In meetings, in relationships, and in life, the person who can sit comfortably in silence often controls the room without even trying. Silence also reveals truth. When you stop filling the space with words, others feel compelled to speak. They explain more than necessary. They reveal emotions they were trying to hide. Silence creates psychological pressure, and under that pressure, honesty leaks out. This is why great negotiators, interviewers, and leaders use silence strategically. They ask a question and then wait. And in that waiting, the truth surfaces on its own. Silence doesn't force answers. It invites them. One of the most powerful aspects of silence is emotional control. Most regret in life comes from words spoken too quickly, things said in anger, fear, or ego. Silence gives you a pause, a moment to breathe, a chance to respond instead of react. When you stay silent, you give your emotions time to settle, and clarity replaces chaos. Silence protects you from unnecessary conflict, broken relationships, and words you can never take back. It is self-discipline in its purest form. Silence also makes you unpredictable, and unpredictability commands respect. When you constantly talk, people know your thoughts, your plans, your next move. But when you stay silent, you remain unreadable. People don't know what you're thinking, and that uncertainty gives you power. Silence keeps your intentions private and your strategy protected. Not everyone deserves access to your mind, your struggles, or your dreams. Silence allows you to move in the shadows while others underestimate you. Beyond the external world, silence builds inner strength. When the noise fades, you finally hear yourself. Your thoughts slow down. Your awareness sharpens. Silence is where self-discovery begins. It's where creativity is born and intuition grows stronger. Many people fear silence because it forces them to face their own thoughts, but those who embrace it develop emotional depth and mental clarity. Silence is not loneliness. It is connection with yourself. Silence is also a direct challenge to ego. Ego wants the last word. Ego wants to be right. Ego wants recognition. Wisdom, however, understands that not every argument deserves energy, and not every insult requires a response. Silence is choosing peace over pride. It is understanding that your value does not depend on winning debates or explaining yourself to people who are not listening. Silence is restraint, and restraint is power. In relationships, silence can speak louder than confrontation. Sometimes walking away without explanation is more powerful than arguing endlessly. Silence sets boundaries. It teaches people how to treat you. When you stop reacting to disrespect, manipulation loses its grip. Silence forces others to reflect. It shifts control back to you. You don't need to announce your standards. Your silence enforces them. Silence also sharpens listening, and listening is a rare skill. Most people listen to reply, not to understand. When you practice silence, you become present. You observe body language, tone, and energy. You understand what is being said and what is not being said. This awareness gives you insight that words alone can never provide. Silence turns you into a student of human behavior. In a society obsessed with attention, silence is rebellion. It is choosing depth over noise, intention over impulse, and purpose over performance. Silence allows you to move at your own pace without external pressure. It gives you time to think before acting and clarity before deciding. Those who master silence are not controlled by trends, opinions, or emotional reactions. They operate from a place of calm strength. Silence does not mean you have nothing to say. It means you choose when to speak. It means your words are deliberate, not desperate. When silence becomes your habit, your voice becomes more powerful. People lean in when you speak because they know you don't waste words. Your silence builds anticipation. Your words create impact. In the end, silence is not absence. It is presence. It is awareness. It is mastery over self. In a world that never stops talking, the quiet mind sees clearly. The silent person moves strategically. The calm presence dominates without force. Silence is confidence without arrogance, strength without aggression, and intelligence without noise. So the next time you feel the urge to explain yourself, to react instantly, or to fill the empty space with words, pause. Let silence do the work for you. Because sometimes, the strongest statement you can make is saying nothing at all.